Jordie, after a frustrating couple of years with injury, you've come to a decision about your future. Talk us through how you've got to this point and where your future now lies.
Yeah, I went home end of last year. Knee was a little bit sore. Went home, seen a couple of surgeons. One that did my knee the year before, a brand new surgeon that I'd never seen before, and wanted another outlook on the injury. Basically, I've taken advice from both surgeons to retire. Not the way I wanted it to end. It's I didn't get to go out on my terms. Still 26-year-old. It's not all at all. Very tough decision. But I obviously had to put my family, myself, my health first. I'd like to thank Carl, the club, Richard. They've been tremendous through all of this. It's been a tough 3 years. Just couldn't seem to get it right. So obviously that's where I've come to this decision. As I say, from day one when I walked in this place, it was, I just felt at home, and I think that's where, I'm still here 6 years later, and that was never the plan. It was only a short-term thing, and it's very tough. But I can't say a bad word about the club. They've been great with me from day one.
Is that the toughest part, arguably? The obvious thing is the rugby, but missing the place in general, that's no longer the week-to-week thing for you?
Yeah, definitely. I'll miss the band with the boys, and just being around the club, it's, as I say, it was like a home for me, my second home. Very tough.
In terms of making the decision, is it a case of having to be honest with yourself, with your family? And you'll probably know, won't you, after the issues you've had with your knee and setback after setback, I imagine it takes its toll, not only physically but mentally as well.
Yeah, I had the last scan in December last year, and when I didn't get the results I wanted, I rang Carl straight away and basically said, look, it's not what I wanted to hear, and I think I'm going to be in the same position as I've been for the last 2 years. I had to come to terms with that's not what the club wants and needs. They need someone that's going to be playing week in, week out, and not sat on the sideline for the last 2 years. I probably could have held on and waited and collected a paycheck, but that's not me. And I wanted to do that for the club, because obviously, as I say, I respect everyone here. I just couldn't do it. So that's why I've come to this decision.
And of course, you boys are, yes, rugby is your life, but it's not your career as such, is it, in terms of finances? You go out to work every day of the week, so in that decision, I suppose you've got to think of what's best for you moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. My job's quite hands-on, with especially being on roofs and stuff like that, and it was starting to impact my everyday life. Having 5-6 months off at a time for operations, it wasn't good for me. So as I say, not the way I wanted to go out, but putting it all together, it was the only decision I had to come to.
How important have your family been in getting you through that initial period of, I suppose, shock in a lot of ways, isn't it, that you're never going to take to the field again?
Yeah, I was back home, and one morning I just said to all my family, can you kind of come around the table, I've got something to say, and it was a big shock. They probably didn't expect it, but they support me, so that's the main thing.
For the fans, just finally, obviously you said you've been here for 6 years, the fans missed the season through COVID, but they've been here, haven't they, through thick and thin. It's not always been a smooth road in terms of performances over the years as a team. There've been playoff campaigns, obviously got to the final last year. What's your message to those Dons fans who'll be watching this? Obviously sad to see you departing.
just keep faith. You know, Carl and Richard have a plan. The club's in good hands. Hopefully this year the boys can go one better. I went down to the training about 2 weeks ago and addressed the team, told them my decision, and they were all supportive of the decision. And you know, I wish them all the best for the rest of the season, and hopefully they can do the job.